Good evening. It's Dr. Bruce, and I am so sorry for being late today. It's all my fault. I forgot totally about it. I was supposed to be on Facebook Live at 5 o'clock, but forgive me. I'll try to do better, and I appreciate you taking the time to just come in on this particular Facebook Live. Now, I'm going to try to fix the lighting here for just a moment. Hope that makes it a little bit brighter. And I appreciate the opportunity to come on Facebook Live. And the subject that I want to talk about is 5 ways to fix a messed up marriage. Yes, that's what I said. 5 ways to fix a messed up marriage. And there are a lot of marriages out there that are messed up. The individuals are frustrated, not happy, feel like leaving, want to check out because things are messed up. But I want to be able to help you to see what you can do to fix that messed up marriage and make things as it should. Now, a messed up marriage could be any of the following. Divorce is in the air. You feel like divorcing. You've talked about divorcing. You've talked about separating, and you're not pleased with the way things are going. Also, infidelity may have occurred. Could have been some cheating of some sort that have taken place, and it's created a lot of problems for you, and you're not pleased with the relationship the way that it's going. Also, arguments may be existing. You're arguing all the time. There's not a day that goes by in which there's not an argument. That lets you know there's a messed up marriage. Also, you could be going in different directions as far as your interests. You like different things, and you're more involved in doing the things that you're interested in, and maybe not the things that your spouse is interested in. And then also, each person is doing their own thing as far as money is concerned, doing your own thing. Thank you for joining me today. I apologize again for being late coming on the Facebook Live. It was supposed to be at 5 o'clock. But since it's a new time, I got busy on the computer doing some things, and it kind of threw me off a little bit. And so 5 ways that you can fix a messed up marriage. So I'm going to give you a few tips. But once I said before, some of the things that could be going wrong is divorce may have been discussed, infidelity, arguing all the time. Each one is doing their own thing and not, concerned about blending your interests together. And also, you're not on the same page as far as using money is concerned. That will cause a messed up marriage. So let me give you 5 ways to fix a messed up marriage. Now, this is not complete and total in its scope, but it will give you some general ideas of what ways need to be, what ways you need to go in order to fix that thing. So the first thing is, you need to determine among yourselves that you will no longer use the S word or the D word. What I mean by the S word, I'm talking about separation, or the D word, which means divorce. Don't bring it up, because every time you mention separation or divorce, you're sowing seeds of separation and divorce in your relationship. You're sowing seeds of abandoning one another. And so you don't want to sow those kinds of seeds in your relationship. No, you want to be able to think about going forward and having a successful relationship. You can't possibly have a successful relationship and you're always talking about separating or divorcing. Don't bring it up any longer. Don't bring it up. In fact, you want to believe that this relationship is going to make it. That's right. You're going to have to believe it's going to make it. No matter what problems you may have had in the past, you're going to have to believe that it's going to make it. That's this first way. The second way is you're going to release all connections from former relationships that you may have had before. You got to get rid of all their photos, phone numbers, pictures of events that you've gone to. You're going to have to clear the slate, get rid of anything that relates to where you were before. If you expect to start again, you're going to have to forget those things which are behind you. And so that's going to allow you to have new ground to build love again. That's what you want to think in your mind. We're going to love again. We're going to start again. We're going to start from the beginning. So get rid of everything from the past and then begin to focus on the future. Focus on the future of your relationships, on your relationship, shall I say. All right. And the third thing is, instead of arguing, I want you to seek to understand what your spouse really means and what they need. Don't argue about who's right or who's wrong or what offended you. And you're just really fighting feelings. That's all you're really doing. You're fighting feelings. You're not really even dealing with the issues. And so you want to be able to, seek to understand what your spouse is really saying to you, what they need. Ask him, ask her, what is it that you really need? I know what you don't want me to do anymore. I know that. Don't just say, I don't want you to do this. I don't want you to do that. Tell me what you need. Tell him or tell her what you need. That's right. Tell them what you need. And that way they can focus on meeting your needs and not just arguing points to see who's going to be right or who's going to be wrong. I need you to do that. Okay. Now, the fourth thing is to set some goals on some of the things that you're going to work on together. Now, you may have separate interests, but there are some things that you have some degree of compatibility on. Those are the things you want to begin to work on. What can we do together? Because you're married because you had some commonality. You've got some areas of common interest. That's what you need to focus in on, those areas where there are common interests that you can begin to invest in and start doing some of those things together. Sit down and talk about it. You can go over a list of different things that you like. Have your spouse write down some of the things that they like and see what things you have in common or that you would like to do together. Make a decision. Pick 2 or 3 things that you're going to start doing together. And before you know it, those interests will begin to solidify and you'll like doing those things a little bit more. The last thing I want to set in your mind is to agree. If there's financial problems, I want you to agree to seek out a wealth management specialist, a wealth management specialist, somebody that can sit down with you, that you will allow them to set a standard for you to operate from. Most couples, they don't agree on the money because they don't trust each other. They don't trust. And when you don't trust, you'll never concede your funds or allow monies to be spent when you don't trust your spouse. And so that's the thing that's going to be vital in terms of pooling your monies and working together to pay bills, but also to accomplish some of the financial goals that you might set for your family or for your household. This is important. I want you to begin to think about how you can set someone to assist you with your wealth management, to help you to set up a budget that you can both stick with. You got to stick with that budget. And I know that there are those who like to, think that, well, we can put our monies together or we can keep them separate and just pay the bills that we're supposed to pay. But listen, you're going to have some kind of way of which you'll determine what monies are going to be spent for your expenses and what's going to be some of your private funds and what funds are you going to invest and do other things with it. I want you to consider having a wealth management specialist to assist you with your finances. And so I want you to think about these 5 ways to fix a messed up marriage. And so your marriage will never get where it should be unless you're willing to allow someone to help you. And sometimes you may even need another counselor like myself, a marriage family therapist, to assist you in putting together a workable plan for a healthier marriage. And so if you have any other questions, you can message me at Bruce Riley at sbcglobal.net, or you can go to my website, solutionswithdrbruce.com, where we've got a lot of interesting information, and we want to be able to help you any way we can. All right, Sister Nisha, I want you to consider also attending our Southern California marriage retreat, which is going to be June the 29th, the 30th, and July 1st. I want you to consider going. It's going to be at the Ayers Suites right at the Ontario Mills Mall. It's going to be a phenomenal time where you'll be able to relax, and reset yourselves and even repair. If you need to repair your relationship, that's an excellent opportunity. It's going to be a lot of fun too, and you'll really enjoy it. So this is Dr. Bruce, and I want you to consider that. And if you have any questions, like I said, you can email me, or you can go to my website and leave a message there as well. So I appreciate your time. Have a great evening. And if you just came in, you can rewind the videotape and look at it from the beginning. Thank you so much. God bless you. Have a great evening. Oh, by the way, any questions? Anybody have any questions before I sign off? Want to make sure there's no questions. Any questions? All right. Well, God bless you. Have a great evening. Thank you so much for your time. Bye-bye.